9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of why. They think he...
Ahmad Bradshaw did it then.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the...
Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Giants and Bucs, these two teams, they met in Week 4 last year in Tampa Bay, and it was Nick Folk with a game-winning field goal, 25-23, and at the time, that sent New York to 0-4.
And how about the last two to get them to 0-4? Lost on a 61-yard field goal at the buzzer by Philadelphia kicker Jake Elliott, and then they lose this one to Nick Folk in Tampa.
Yeah, and then, of course, everyone knew the rest of the story. A season of Giant fans. Would like to forget. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. To throw is Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to break up fourth. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go, let's convert.
Third and long for Winston. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play. Winston to Evans, 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Giants offense getting ready to take over again, and they now have the highest-paid NFL receiver on their roster. I don't know if you know him. His name's Odell Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Giants. And even 60 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. And his opening drive looked good for a while there last time out, was moving the ball down the field, but then the interception, and they ran it back to the house.
Let's face it, it's a game of human beings, isn't it? Mistakes roll off and keep firing. And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. I'm only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six. 1st and goal, Jonathan Stewart. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On third down, Winston. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. That is a sack. The Giants... And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a first down. And a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Bucs now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. And it pops free. The collision. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down, Winston again. Airing this one out for Evans. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Jameis to throw it. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Winston. Now he's forced out right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory. And that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Bucks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Ready,
Play fake. Winston. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, 39 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
I don't know who exactly made the call. Wasn't the special teams coach, but it had to be okayed by the head coach. Gutsy call, fake field goal that results in a touchdown. A terrific play.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 14-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done. But
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
potentially, we know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He's going to let this go deep. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases. I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Manning. He'll let it go deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Manning. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd down, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So not only did they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones taking it in. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is.
And down his man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A first down carry for Barkley. So he got 3 in one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Manning going to throw. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Oh, man, it's inside the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe he's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about...
And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Gerald McCoy getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
He's going to look deep down. It's caught inside the 25. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 42 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. JPP did it all those years with the Giants. New uniform, same result.
Yeah, he shows his...
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a... Throwing now is Manning. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Gets around it. Number 7, usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Winston. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So after the INT, it's Manning. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film? Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the ball. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Let's get off the field. Ready?
Working out of the gun. Winston. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. B.J. Goodson coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team...
And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2.
Everyone's got 4. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Manning. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Jameis now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Damon Harrison getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Green, triple C.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Manning to throw on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And just shedding him off there. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's third down. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. The Giants do snap it. It's Manning. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. When we get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Give to Jones. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Brian Anger now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Jameis to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final try now from Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the